We're continuing our conversations about fathers. I'm here with Brian Boyle, the New York Rangers. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Eric. Good to see you.
So, growing up, tell me about your dad.
My dad has given me pretty much anything I could ever ask for and more. Him and my mom were just the ultimate providers for us. And he got me involved in hockey and in all sports. Really, he was he had a love for all sports. And when I was younger, he was always my dad. He was a coach too. He was a friend. And as time's gone on and as I've gotten older and it's evolved, he's still my dad. He'll always be my dad. I look to him for a lot of advice and support, but he's become also my best friend.
13 kids. What was it like? How did he manage that?
You're gonna have to ask him because I have no idea. He's when he was my age, I think he had 5 kids by then, and he just they kept on having more kids, and that's just how I was raised. It was great the way he did everything for all of us. He did so much for each child individually, and as a whole, we were so well taken care of. We were given so many opportunities that, with that many kids and that much responsibility, the extra effort that both my parents had to go through is just it's phenomenal. I can't imagine ever having to have that responsibility.
What's the most valuable lesson he ever taught you?
Well, I think him and my mom, they grew up, they raised us with a strong faith, and that all things are powerful through prayer, and with our faith, I think that was most evident when I was in high school and he got really sick, and he was terminal. I think they had he thought he was handed a death sentence, and just his resiliency and my mom's too, and all of us coming together, and he actually had a miraculous recovery, and that was 10 years ago. He's been healthy ever since, and all the lessons along the way. That's the biggest thing that will always stick with me. That times are going to be good, times are going to be hard, but there's reasons for all of that, and the power of prayer is just the ultimate.
And so many people, you always say, tell your parents you love them, appreciate them. That must have been something in life that really taught you to appreciate your father.
Yeah, it certainly did. Yeah, it was obviously a hard time for all of us. It was we couldn't really fathom the thought if we lost him, and after that, our relationship grew so much. I think with all his kids, and he that's kind of when he started. We could talk things out more than him telling me what to do. His patience grew, as I'm sure he needed it, especially with me. But it was. Every time I hang up the phone with him or my mom, it's an "I love you" before I hang up, and it's just when I get to go home, especially in the off season, I spend as much time as I can just being around my family and with them. And he's a leader. He's got 15 grandkids now, and he didn't want to be called grandpa because he was so young when he became a grandfather. They call him chief, and that's what he is. He's the chief. He runs the show, and obviously, other than my mom, she really runs the show. But for all of us, he's the man.
And thinking about growing up, is there a favorite memory you have of him?
There's quite a few. In college, we won the Hockey East tournament, and just that experience out afterwards. We all went out for some dinner, and I had a couple beers, and he was in the middle. We were all we were singing some songs and celebrating as a team, and he was in the middle taking our trophy. I guess there were hats, that said Hockey East champions on it, and it was just one of the most fun times I've ever seen him have personally. And whenever he gets around the team, he just loves to talk to the guys, and he wants to be a part of it, and I love having him around. That was a fun time, and every time he comes to New York, we always have a blast. He loves it. He's in the green room. He's shaking all the team's hands, trying to be a part of it, and it's great because everyone knows who he is, and it's always great hearing positive feedback when people meet my dad and come to me and tell me what a great guy he is.
And is there a quality that he has that you wish you had more of?
Well, the people that know him, and when I go to a Dunkin' Donuts or something in the Boston area or my hometown, and people they say, you know, you look just like your father, I know your father, and they can go on and on about him and, you know, what he's done for them or how he's touched them. It's amazing with all the responsibility he has, with all the kids he has, and everything that's on his plate. How he's, you know, he's a pretty giving person. He's very, very generous. He tries to make people feel better, and if I could be more like that, especially with a little bit more time on my hands, that would be something that, you know, I feel like, you know, a responsibility towards doing. And as I get a little bit more mature and as I get older, I think I can grasp it a little bit better to see, you know, what kind of a man he really is, and what it takes to be that kind of man.
And finally, would you like to say Happy Father's Day to your dad, and as well as all to the other fathers out there?
Yeah, to all the fathers out there, especially you, Dad, I want to say Happy Father's Day.